Alright, so in today's video, I'll just be showing you guys how to complete some tasks that we had for the messy spreadsheet challenge. So besides the instructions that I shared inside of the Microsoft Word document, it had the challenge of completing this messy spreadsheet, like making it not messy anymore. So here we have sheet 1, and if you look here, that we have, from the look of it, we have this outstanding that we need to fix, and we have a date missing here, and this needs to be across the entire column. So one of the very first things we can do is we can fix the alignments or the spacing. So if we notice here is smaller than the rest of the cells, and we could barely see the data here. So one thing we can do is we can click right here, and all the cells will be highlighted. So once we do this, we can double click here, and the columns would automatically adjust to automatically fill the longest date of each cell. And we can double click on the rows as well, so that all of the rows can will automatically be adjusted to fit the size. But if we don't want to do it manually, automatically like that, right, we can go to the specific cell, like this specific row, double click here, and double click here, and it will automatically adjust for that specific one. So what we can do is we can highlight these here, and we can just double click this, double click this, double click this here, double click this, do the same thing over here, and each one has automatically adjusted to fit all of them. Double click here as well, and our data is looking a little bit better. So next, we can come on the top here and join this cell across all 4 of these columns. So to do this, we first select the cell, of course. So you take your mouse, go to the cell, select, double click, and drag your mouse up across to column D, and then go at the top here where it says merge and center, and you can click merge and center, and it will go in the middle of the 4 columns like this, right? The next thing we can do to make this stand out is we can apply the bold formatting feature here, as well as an underline, and make it a little bit bigger just to stand out from the rest of our data. Next, this here, we don't want this to be so big, right? Our normal data here is size 11. So what we can do here is we can apply it to all of these here and just make the data size 11, just so that our data looks normal. And as we can see, if we click here, student and name, it doesn't have a capital letter to begin here. So to edit the data, right, if we just click on the cell once and we begin typing and click H, it will replace the data, right? But if we double click inside of the cell, or we can come on the top here, we can click in the beginning and replace the S, and come here with the N and replace the N here as well. So we can do this for the rest of here as well. Test score, and even money made, just to make our data look a little bit better and a little bit more fancy. Same for date completed. You can click here, sorry, date and completed here, like this. Next, to put a date here, I manually enter these dates here, but to enter a date here, you can go ahead and click the equal sign, equal now, with the open and close brackets, and click enter, and it will show you equal now like this, which is the current date and time. Or you can go in one of these, click equal today, with the open and close bracket. Okay, yes, so we can even use equal today with the open and close brackets, and we'll put today's date. And lastly, we can use equal date, and we can put our open bracket, and we can see at first it will ask you for the year to include. You can use any year, it could be 2014, with a comma to go to a month, and then you can, in month you can put the first, and then the date could be the 20th. So you can put these in and then click enter, and then this will be the date here, right? So you can fill this here. And then also for your names and so on, there will be different formatting, right? And for the formatting, you can just highlight the entire thing like this with your mouse. Like you can use your mouse, double click here, and then like here, sorry, double click here and drag it over here, and then come up here to the alignments and use a specific alignment for your data. Then lastly, you would need to include a range here. I'm not going to show you guys a range, but it will be very easy to identify. Let me show you guys something. Right, so to identify specific ranges, let's say we use our equal sign, right, and we click and hold our mouse here. The range for this would be, before including the numbers, would be, is column B, so it'd be B3, right, column B3 to B7, right? So if you use our mouse and click hold and highlight this, it will show you how the ranges would look. Equal B3 to B7. That's how it would seem, right? Just to show you guys how that would look. Anyways, in our second column here, you don't need to do any much adjustments. Only for column E with date purchase, you can double click here, and of course the alignment based on your letter of your name. But what you have to do here, you can include dates here, like fill it in with a date of your choice, a formula, equal date, equal today, or equal now. But what you'll be doing is including these, filling these boxes here. So forget the total, right? Totaling, you're using a total column here, right? You're totaling this entire column. So one function that we normally use to total would be the sum function normally, right? We would normally use like a sum function. So if we use equal sum here, and we highlight these like this, and we put their closing bracket, it will look something like this here, right? So we can use functions for all of these here. We covered some functions. There is the sum function for adding. There is the max function, equal max. There's equal min, and then there's equal average as well. So you guys can make use of those functions in order to fill in these cells here. And to rename, you can, remember, you need to right click here and then go to rename, and you can be able to rename it like this, or simply you can just double click on it and you can just type in something here, right, like that. And let me see. And some of you are mentioning that your highlight, like let's say you highlight it in blue, and the letter for your name, for the text color, it's blue as well, like this. So you can't really see it. If it's like that, then you can use the next letter. So if your next letter, mine and your name would be to the color pink, you can, well, pink you can be able to see this, but like you can use like a darker color, you know, and it will look something like this here, so that the text is still legible, right?